came here when I was 21 years old, and it was my first time out of the United States. And there's just something about culture and lifestyle here that is more rich, it's more social. I thought the pace of the life here and the richness of the life here was something that it was very appealing to me. So we're reminded that life is fragile. You don't have many opportunities to do the things you really want to do. And in my case, co-owning, being the lead person in a basketball team in Europe is something I've thought about for the last several decades. This was, one could say almost somewhat like a dream.
Former NBA general manager David Kahn has created a basketball team in Paris.
EuroLeague Basketball arrive à Paris.
On est les champions, fiers. On fait pas du tout dans le crari. Je déboule tout droit sur Paris pour vous montrer sur qui fait Paris. On est les champions, on est les champions, on est les champions.
Le 4 octobre, premier match du Paris Basketball.
How you doing, Hector? It's gonna rain? I'm prepared. Thanks a lot. Central Park is a beautiful place. My office is just a few blocks away. I walk. My first call today is at 8:30. And so I'll be there 15 minutes ahead of time. And I'll be dealing with you guys and getting rid of you. My name is Eric Schwartz, and I am a 61-year-old husband and father living in New York City. And my professional experience is mostly in financial services companies. I used to work on Wall Street for a long time. Since then, I've been a private investor focused on financial services companies, and I'm a principal owner of the Paris basketball team.
Tu sais qui c'est, lui? Oui. Oui, bien sûr, c'est le président du Paris Basket Club, donc je pense qu'il y a pas mal de poids sur ses épaules. Mais c'est pour ça qu'on fait tout pour qu'il se sente ici à la maison, tranquillement, il descend, il se prend pas la tête.
So David's here. Yeah, watch your feet. It looks pretty cool here. Look, I mean, this is pretty cool. I know.
My principal partner is David Kahn, the chief executive officer, and he's a co-owner as well. And I think that the fact that we're American has played a role. Basketball in Europe, basketball in France, and basketball in Paris, as a business, none of them have been particularly successful. Somebody has to take the risk. So it requires optimism. And I think David and I have that optimism.
Well, we started the club in July 12th, 2018 was the day we had our first news conference, our announcement news conference at the Hotel de Ville. And we announced the world, here we are, here's Paris basketball. And in my case, I don't think you can ever accomplish anything without really hard work. It's a necessary component, a capacity to work at it. I received a phone call from the French president of the LNB saying, would you consider buying a team in the south of France? And I said on one condition, that it can move to Paris.
And we bought them. We didn't really have to pay anything for the team. It was 50,000 euros. We had to accept the responsibility for some debt, some payables that they had, but all in, it wasn't that much money.
And so the concept was we took the existing Société company and we took the association that we had in Paris and we combined the two, which had never been done before. It was somewhat controversial, but it was legal. And by putting the two together, we were able to start with something brand new that started from, as we say, scratch.
We bought the team weeks before that tip-off of the first preseason game. We didn't have a general manager, we didn't have a coach, we didn't have any players, and we didn't have a place to play. The first game, nobody was there. Maybe there were 7 people there or something like that, and that's how it all started.
I'm Gary Florimont. I was the first captain of the Paris basketball. Paris basketball, it was the first year, second division in France, and we was playing at the Gymnase Carpentier. It was first game was like 50% in the gym, maybe more or less, and gym was empty. No one knew about us, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be a long season.
That was a real big challenge. That first year, we started the season 1-8. We didn't start very well. The first year was all about just treading water, staying in Pro A.
I have a lot of anecdotes about David. I remember first time I talked to him, he said something to me, it's like, we're gonna create a huge team in Paris. And I was like, okay, that sounds really interesting, but 15 people in the gym, okay, this guy may be crazy. Now to see what's become the team and the club has begun is crazy.
The second year was canceled, literally, COVID. So when you think about it, the third season was our first opportunity ever to move up. So we moved up, but we were really limited in celebrating and broadening our reach because there still were people not allowed to come to the matches, and everybody who came, of course, were wearing masks.
So we got into Pro A, but unfortunately we suffered a lot of losses. And every year, just as we had been promoted the prior year, you're at risk of being relegated.
We would have needed to win the match. We won the match that night across town in the suburbs. Near-death experience. I told everybody afterwards, we will never do this again.
What's the plan to take advantage of the fact that the Olympics are right there? I know it's not an easy thing, and I'm just curious if you think that there's anything that you've been able to come up with.
I think, Eric, simple is better right now, in every way. Right now, we have to really be focused on, again, season tickets and selling the jersey partnership, that almost everything we do collectively is focused through those two funnels. So you always said you should have a TV show on me, right?
Exactly.
So I brought a TV show. I told everybody here, it's no, 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 no. Yes, right? No, 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 no. Then finally you get a yes.
But you were just very in a hurry. Maybe you do it not the way we would have done it, but eventually you achieved everything. No. You wanted a club, you have a club. You wanted an arena, you have an arena. You wanted to be in the EuroLeague, you're in the EuroLeague. What else? Be patient.
Should I? Okay. You know I'm not good at that.
I know.
The arena was 18 months late. What I learned is in France, that's early. Right? Seriously, right?
Absolutely.
It's early.
Alors David, il est un peu détonnant, on va dire, dans le paysage sportif, mais il faut lui reconnaître que il sait pousser les portes, bouger les lignes, et c'est aujourd'hui un des plus beaux succès français, mais c'est vrai que c'est un personnage. If you look at the venues and how they're built in Europe, at least for the games, for instance, which as I know, it's always like that. I think it's basketball
But
problem.
they listen to your advice. That's why I'm telling that you have accomplished what you had planned.
I want it to be the best basketball arena in Europe.
Yes, that's why you are very demanding.
Yes, I am.
Very impatient.
Yes, I am.
So smart. But you
Not
achieved
so
it.
much.
You achieved
Not
it.
so much.
You achieved it. Comme vous le savez, la devise de la France, c'est liberté, égalité, fraternité. David Kahn l'a rebaptisé politique, juridique, compliqué. Donc il lui a fallu tous ces trésors de pédagogie, de diplomatie et son énergie infatigable pour convaincre les gens. Mais aujourd'hui, il a réussi.
We have a lot still to do in the next 4 weeks. And then we start again. It's unbelievable how quick it happens. First practice is like August 17th.
August 17th, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally in 1 month. And we just finished.
David deserves the gold medal, it's not like you're creating the opportunity. The opportunity is there. The league is already successful, for instance, in the NBA. This situation here was created from scratch. David found this. David did the legwork. David made the deal with the city. It's a total startup. It's much, much harder to do.
You have to look carefully these days. The number of bikes on the road, it's great. But you can get run down fast. Bonjour.
I feel great. The city is amazing, and I'm happy to start this new chapter in my life. They're willing to play well, playing the right basketball. That's going to be our brand, and I hope Paris can do great games.